Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and...
Now Rodgers escaping the pressure right. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw, Bridgewater. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Throwing is Bridgewater. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be
for over 200 yards. That says the very next week, hey, let's back things off.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown.
To number 3.
And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0.
Makes the score Bulls 7, Jaguars nothing. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Bulls 7, Jaguars nothing.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here, 2nd and a yard from the 34. Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Rodgers.
7 at the 30-yard line.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there.
Complete to Jack Doyle.
As you watch that one unfold, didn't you think to yourself, just knock it down because of where he was?
Great catch, but losing yardage.
Hard to change what they are, isn't it? When they see the ball in the air, they're programmed to go get it.
He may try and run. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And the Jags grab it. The big fella. He's at the 40. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
15-yard line. A gain of only a...
Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it. Not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Here's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
On fourth down, they do snap it to Bridgewater. And he comes back with one complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. And partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on fourth and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Here's Rodgers. He's got Jack Doyle. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. On play action, Rodgers. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. Fourth down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
A 45-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Throwing on second and long. Bridgewater. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Joey Bosa. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout. making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. On third down, they go with Singletary. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Set to kick off.
The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the third time. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And again, it's Chubb. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Chubb on the carry. Brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. And we got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Julian Love. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
21-yard line.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of a yard.
They run it again with Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
Third down.
Now a play fake. Rodgers flushed out right. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Rodgers.
A 20-yard touchdown. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards.